Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. So this is a different type of video than usually I do because obviously my face is very big and there's no chessboard. So um, aside from that, there's also the fact that this is not strictly speaking about chess, but rather about chess drama. And and obviously I'm talking about the chess scandal that's been taking all of the news as of late, even outside of chess. It's even headlined, some online websites and newspapers, and so it's really big. And obviously, this is this chess scandal between Magnus Carlsen and Hans Niemann, the American chess prodigy, or kind of young grandmaster, and he's essentially during the 2022 Sinkfield Cup, which is a prestigious not online, in-person, over-the-board classical tournament. Magnus Carlsen in the third round lost with the white pieces against Hans Niemann, who's 19 years old, and after that he promptly withdrew from the tournament, which is not something he has ever done before. After playing a tournament, he's never withdrawn before, and it's a really kind of serious thing to do because it's the world champion. You don't just do that. He withdrew from the tournament, and he tweeted saying that he was going to withdraw, and with that he had attached a video of like the soccer coach saying, "If I speak, then I'm in big trouble." And so essentially, it was an insinuation that Hans Niemann had cheated during his game. And so the chess world went wild. It was complete chaos. Everyone was like, "What? Like, how is this possible?" And then they were like, accusing Carlsen of being a sore loser. They were accusing Hans because then again, there was very little information in those first couple of days and in the first week, really. So, the chess proctors of the Sinkfield Cup started, like they're doubling their security measures, especially for Hans, and it was really a wild time. And so, for some background, Hans Niemann has a background of cheating. He has cheated before online on chess.com, which is the website which I play on. He was caught cheating twice when he was 12 once, and when he was 16 the other time. And now, another reminder, he's 19 now. He's 3 years older than that. And so there was a bit of suspicion surrounding that because he's also had a very meteoric rise, which is like a really steep rise in the rankings in the last couple of years since he was banned actually from chess.com in 2020. And so in a couple of in the weeks following that insinuation by Magnus Carlsen, there's been so much going on. But I think the most serious thing just came out a couple of days ago, which was chess.com put out its final report on Hans Niemann and its case of cheating. And in that report, they said that Hans Niemann has cheated more than 100 times on chess.com, and some of those games were in events which had a prize fund, and he has cheated against players like Jan Nepomniachtchi, who is playing the World Chess Championship this year and was the World Chess Championship contender against Magnus Carlsen last year, if y'all remember. And so it's really, really, really serious to be doing chess cheating. It's basically like doping in sports, and to be doing that against Magnus Carlsen and against like all these really big players is kind of serious. And so it was exciting and terrible for the chess world at this time. And after that, a couple days later. Oh well, the chess.com report came out, and it covered a lot on Hans Niemann's online history, but it still has not put forth. It doesn't have anything to do with the over the board kind of situation, and so the insinuation that Hans Niemann cheated over the board falls under the jurisdiction of kind of the St. Louis Chess Club, which is what was holding the Sinkfield Cup. And so they came out and said, like, we don't think that Hans cheated, and we have like really high standards for cheating, and we don't accept it at all. and we will not we will continue to have extreme vigilance about chess cheating, but we don't think that Hans cheated. And so that's where it is right now. As far as I know, I read like 50% of the chess.com cheating report. And if you want like a more in-depth covering, please check out Gotham Chess's coverage, and please check out Hikaru's coverage. I think they did a great job. They're obviously my peers. I can just promote them because they know that I exist, obviously. And yeah, I just thought I'd share my kind of take on that with y'all. And obviously, I mean, my opinion in terms of what all of this, I think is, I'm just like, I'm highly suspicious of Hans, I must say, because if you look at his interviews, so many people have analyzed his interviews and stuff. Like they are very suspicious, and I'll like link some of the videos in the description or something. But yeah, they're really suspicious, and my hunch is that Hans is doing something. My suspicion is that Hans is doing something wrong here. So that's what I think. Tell me what you think in the comments, and if you have any suggestions for future videos like this instead of playing chess, let me know. And with that, take care. Bye.